Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys have noticed it already, we are avid fans of the Street Outlaws show, including the No Prep Kings. I myself, I've been to 6 events so far. She's only been to 1 event. And we do plan on going to the events this June at our Virginia Motorsports Park. And unfortunately, we had recently learned that Lizzie Musi has been diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, and that's no joke at all.
It's actually a very serious thing. It's nothing to be taken lightly. Stage 4, what stage 4 breast cancer means, cancer is cancer. No way to spin it. Stage 4 is just the longevity of how long the cells have been there, meaning at that stage it is spread to other parts of the body. In terms, it's metastatic. In the same sense, metastatic is just the meaning that that the cancer cells have traveled through the lymphatic system and manifested in other areas or organs of the body. And in Lizzie's case, it has made its way into her liver as well. So she's not only fighting breast cancer, stage 4 breast cancer, she is also fighting cancer of the liver at this point. Which, that in itself is being told and diagnosed with one form of cancer is hard enough, but to find out that it has metastasized in another organ, so now you're fighting this serious illness, and not only one area of the body, but a secondary. So that I can only imagine. I couldn't even put into words what going through her head or how she feels. I myself, I've worked in the medical field. I'm a licensed and certified medical professional. I'm not going to deep dive into details of that, but I have come across a lot of diagnosed cancer patients. And the area I worked in, a lot of females. So it was more common for me to see a female patient diagnosed with breast cancer than it is, of any other form. But speaking a little on breast cancer, I just need my guys out there to be aware that it is not as common, but guys can also, males, can be diagnosed with breast cancer as well. So that is something to weigh on, guys, as well, when you get your annual checkups. And I know you guys are hard-headed because he's just as hard-headed about going to the doctor. But cancer in an entirety is nothing to play with at all. It is very serious. It's a very serious illness, and if not taken care of, it can ultimately take your life. Breast cancer runs in my family, and it's something that me and my mom and my sisters are aware of, and we do get annually checked for it as well at the female doctor, the OBGYN, talking to my ladies. So it's just something to really think about at your doctor's appointments, whether it's a female going to an OBGYN or a male going to an annual physical. Just be vigilant about it in your own health, guys. It's, like I said, it's nothing to play with. I've lost family members personally due to stage 4 breast cancer. So when we came across the news that Lizzie had been diagnosed with it, my other half can attest to it, it hit me a little harder because Lizzie to me is an inspiration. Lizzie is not just an inspiration to me, but to a multitude of other females, not just females. I'm sure there's some males out there that are inspired by Lizzie herself. And I know Lizzie's not the only female in the No Preps. You've got Kayla Morton and Callie Mills. They're just as inspiring. But Lizzie being one of the first ones out there with these guys going down these tracks, you know, it's who I gravitated towards. And as you can see, I own 3 of her shirts. I have her autograph. I've never actually met her in person. He has, but
and June, you can.
And yes, hopefully if she's there. If she's not there, I'm not gonna be mad about it. It is what it is. She needs to put herself and her health first. Hell, I even have a connecting rod off of one of her cars. And so to me, Lizzie is a very, very special person to me in the means because both of us are in the limelight of cars. It's a passion of ours. It's what we do outside of our other jobs. Well, not you so much because your main job and everything like that. But it is definitely for us. It's more than a hobby. It's a passion. It's a way of life for us. It's a lifestyle. But as I said, he can attest to getting the news yesterday, as Lizzie herself had posted a video on her own YouTube explaining to her fans and everything what was going on with her. I was holding back tears the entire time. So for me, like I said, who has a knowledge of it, who has a history of it, who has lost people in my immediate family to this, and Lizzie being such an inspiration to me, it was like a double whammy. Even though I've never met her in person, just the fact of, you know, having to try and figure out my emotions with that, I mean, is a little rough. And it was hard for me listening to the video. But
yeah, I definitely think she's definitely got it for sure. She's a strong woman, and it's just, I think she's got everything in the complete package. She's going to come out strong, if not better than ever. And Kai, Lizzie, if you guys happen to watch this video, just to let you know, I understand we're nobody big right now, but maybe we'll get there one day. But we just want to let you guys know that we definitely have your backs, and we are currently in the process of trying to search around, see if we can get somebody to make us t-shirts, well, just for YouTube. Get one for both you guys, like I said, just you, Lizzie and Kai, just you guys. We're trying to get you something special for you too. And maybe something else. I think she said something in the past about a ribbon or something like that.
Yeah, the breast cancer awareness, as everyone knows, is pink. I'm playing around with some ideas. They're still in the planning stages. It hasn't come to fruition. But it's something I am working on, more on a personal level for Lizzie herself. And it, like he said, if she's not there when we go to the event in Virginia Motorsports Park. Yeah, I always get it mixed up because there's another track around here that the name is very similar. That if she's not there, we wholeheartedly understand. Her health comes first, and if there's some reason why Kai isn't at that event, we understand that too. And if we have these things that we would like to possibly get to them, then we have other ways, other people that we can go that avenue with, such as Scott Taylor or Jerry Bird or anybody else on the NOLA team. I mean, we'll make it happen one way or another. And like he said, I'm not sure, as small as we are, it could be a long shot that they actually see this. If they do, that would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But we have some things in the works for them, and that's really about where we're at with that. So with that being said, there are some things in the works, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll document it. Because we'll be there. If we'll do a follow-up just on this specifically of us getting this stuff to either Lizzie or Kai themselves or one of their NOLA teammates, whether it be Scott Taylor, Jerry Bird, David Gates, or Bobby Ducati himself. But
we'll find a way to get it to them.
Exactly.
But anyways, we wanted to basically make this video to kind of show our support, as much as we are big fans of the show, show our support towards the NOLA team, especially Lizzie Musi. And at the age of 32, to get hit with something like that, that's something you don't even expect. That's a huge shock to reality.
It's a blindside.
But, I mean, she's definitely a strong woman, and I think she's definitely going to come out on top. And hopefully, Lizzie, if you get this video before Friday, what day is it, Friday?
Well, she said in the video that she posted on her YouTube that she was to start her chemo treatments
this coming Friday.
On Friday, but listening further into the video, from what I gathered, if I pieced the information together correctly, she had received the news on Monday because she said they were out in Virginia doing testing. She received the news from her doctor on Monday, then made the video on this past Wednesday, and was to start her chemo Friday. So she started her chemo yesterday.
I don't know. I don't think she really did start her chemo, though.
Well,
I thought she was supposed to start it this coming Saturday.
Well, that's originally what I thought as well, until I pieced together a couple more pieces of information through it. Like I told you, when we were listening to Lizzie's video, she said before she started chemo, she wanted to kill a turkey. Well, me being an avid hunter as well, I love to hunt. I haven't done it in years because there's just some things. I am a mom, and that has gone to the back burner. Yes, hunting is something I like to do as well as work on cars and stuff like that. But she said she wanted to kill a turkey before she started chemo. And Kai said, well, that told her, so that was going to be kind of difficult because you got 2 days.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
So that was the key factors and where I pieced together that. Okay. Yes, I'm a very observant person when it comes to certain things.
Well, remember you said something along the lines as in, well, before she goes to chemo, just the hair that she's got, keep it and use it to make your wig.
Yeah. Now, along the lines of as far as wigs go and stuff like that, my mom is doesn't have breast cancer. She has an autoimmune disease, which I've discussed this with you, where my mom is an autoimmune. There's clusters, and in her cluster she has something called alopecia, where her body attacks her hair follicles and she loses all her hair. Well, so I know the ins and outs of the whole wig thing as far as, and I've gone on that journey with my mom. I was there when my mom shaved her head. I was there for that. That was rough. But Lizzie, there are certain requirements for hair length and stuff like that you'd need to have a wig personally made for you. And Lizzie's hair meets that length requirement, so she could ultimately, because she said in her video that they are going to document the whole journey, and on that journey, one of the videos they were going to do was of
cutting the hair,
shaving her head, as well as Kai said he was going to do it, and there were going to be a couple other people that were going to jump in there and shave their heads with her in support.
Mm-hmm.
And for a woman, her hair is a part of who she is. It's how she identifies, and it's a big thing for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine having to shave my head. I really couldn't. But if it came down to it, and that's position I was put in, and I'd much rather go ahead and shave my hair off, and instead of sit there and go through the whole thing of watching it fall out little by little over time. But she could, the way her hair is now, she could have it once she shaves it. She could save it and find somebody to make a wig out of her own hair, and she'd still have her personal hair, her natural hair,
Mm-hmm.
and go from there. I mean, there's a lot of different options within that particular industry.
Okay.
That would be there to help, and especially, I mean, it's not that, with Lizzie being a TV personality or something like that, but with any woman out there that goes through this, there are options for that.
Okay.
You don't have to get a fake or synthetic wig. You don't have to, and go that route. You can say you have people that you don't have long enough hair to meet the length requirements, because I think length requirements is 18 inches or longer, because they have to thread the hair through the lace for the wig that goes on your head.
Okay.
So in that process, they lose a lot of the hair fibers, follicles and stuff that they'll break, and so on. I mean, someone else at one point in time when my mom was looking into the option of having a wig made for her, yes, it can be very expensive, but my hair at that point was a lot longer than what it is now, and I had the requirements for it, but there just wasn't enough there, because you have to have so much in length and so much in volume of hair, that it just at that time was not an option for my mom. But that is an option there. Okay. Even for all the other women out there is options, whether you use your own hair or someone's donated or what. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things and avenues you can go when it comes to stuff like that. Okay. But with, I can only imagine, how she feels, even with being diagnosed, much less turn around and, I'm gonna lose my hair. And like I said, for women, it's part of who they are. Just like with a man. Hair's not as important to men, but, it's part of their personality. And just like for guys, the way you have your hair cut, the way you like to have your hair cut. Y'all might not have as much hair as us women do on our head, but, it's the same concept. So, there are different ways to go about it.
All right, guys. Well, I guess that about sums it all up. And again, Lizzie and Kai, hopefully we see each other in NPK, that. I know you got me. Yes. Hopefully we see you guys at the Virginia Motorsports Park, and hopefully you guys see this video prior to that, and just know that we're trying to get some t-shirts made for you, just for you two. All right. Anyways, we're gonna go and end it off here, and have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
You got this, Lizzie. Lizzie Strong, we support you all the way. You too, Kai.
Hanging in there.